My daughter is laughing now, she interrupted. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. So, we're going to cut these sections. I'm going to cut this bottom section, because that's the easiest way to do this. And I'm going to go cut pattern. Now, 1, here's number 9. Here's number 1, here's number 9. Now, I'm going to do something else here. I don't need these stitches, so I'm going to cut it again. They really don't serve any purpose because they were just travel stitches, and if I'm going to do this in 2 parts, I don't really need them. I'm going to do it again. Cut pattern. Alright, now I have 1, 9, and I have 10. And now I'm going to, what is that, right click on the royal blue, and I'm going to delete thread. And I just erase that part of the pattern. Now, one thing you have to remember is when I'm doing this, now I have, look at this, if you can see on the screen, something weird has happened here because I need to color sort this. When you digitize a design, those colors are digitized to stitch in a particular order. And if you get them out of order, you're not going to get the correct result. So, before I split anything else, I need to color sort. This royal blue has to be the first color that stitches, no matter what. So this, number 9, needs to go up. Now, I think that it's better in these kinds of programs to do this manually, to be honest. I know that there are automatic color sorting tools, but those can sometimes join things that you really don't want joined. I had a design I made. It was my son's name with a train letter, and each letter had like 10 colors or something ridiculous. And when you sewed it all out, there was a way to color sort it, and it really was worth my time to do this. So right now I have it 1, 2. This is in the, you went to edit. Sorry, I was talking, didn't tell you. Go to edit, order threads. This is number 1. This needs to be number 2. And you're going to have to do this and renumber it. I know it looks like it's kind of a pain, but it's really worth it to do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press OK. Now it's thinking. Alright, now it's going to be correct. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is the next part that needs to be cut. I'm going to put my guide points here. And what needs to be cut? Well, this part, I can't include this swirl, because if I include this swirl, it's going to be hard. Now, it helps sometimes if you do the stitch out, and if you hear and you press this show so, it'll only do that color, because I've selected that color. So, you see how it's, I'm going to make that faster. So it's helpful to do this, to play this. Because it shows that it starts down there. I'm going to do it one more time. It starts down here and it goes up. And it goes up, it does this swirl, and then this is last. So if I cut this, I can cut it along this travel stitch. I can cut from here, because it'll just do this. I can cut from here and here. So that's important to know, because it's really good to cut this according to how it's stitched, right? So that I don't totally mess up the digitizing. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to cut it. See, I still have select points. These kind of overlap. That's a little too close for me to call. but that's all right. And I'm going to cut pattern. Now, I'm going to have the same problem. Do you see suddenly I have green and then I have blue on top of it? Do you see that? This blue is intruding on this green the way it's not meant to, because I need to color sort it again. This 4 and this need to be in the same order because this color needs to stitch before that color. So I'm going to go to Edit, Order Threads, and that was Christmas green and Christmas green. So that's 4. So this needs to be 5. And this now needs to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Press OK. Oh, now we're back to having the proper orientation here. I have 4 and then 5, right? Because that's how it stitched out when they digitized it, was that this pattern started down here and then did up there. That won't matter so much when it actually splits the design, but I've found it really useful to actually pay attention to that. Now this is the last one. This needs to be split, and we're going to do the exact same thing here. And then we're going to color sort, because color sorting is really important. While I have this selected, I'm going to just move this down to see where does this start. It starts up here. So I need to select the upper area, because if you've noticed, whenever the area that you encircle to split gets put at the bottom. So if I enclose this area and split it, it'll appear as thread number 10. Alright? And since this stitched from bottom to top, so to speak, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make sure that I have just everything. Let me see, where should I do it? I think I will do it here. I'm going to do it here. Sorry. Right? Make your little lasso. Alina, shut my door now. That was not nice to leave it open. Cut pattern. And then, let's see how that looks. You know, I could probably get away with that, but I'm not going to leave it like that because for consistency's sake. So this is 6, so I'm going to go to Edit, Order Threads, last time, 6, this needs to be 7, 7, 7 needs to be 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, I'm going to double check, make sure I don't have anything overlapping. Let's put these guides on. And make sure I don't have any other erroneous threads I need to delete. So this is good, that's good. This was always good. This is good. That's good. This is good. That's good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Now, let's see what happens. I think I've split all the threads. File, Save As, make sure that it's the correct file format. I do PES so many times, that's what it wants to save as. Save as Jeff, Peacock Big, This positional hoop has also been saved as individual hoops with suffices underscore P1 underscore P2. Position 2, position 1. It wants you to do this part first and then this part. Now, if I look here, I'm going to open those individual files for just so you can see. Wrong file. Sorry, my mistake. P1, P2. Here's P1. You see how that, and there's P2. P1. Oh, it's not wanting to play nice with me today, but you get the idea. So, you would have these P1 and P2 files, and you just need to make sure, like this will have its own, you'll need to make sure you mark the center of this on your fabric before you start. Mark the center of this on your fabric before you start, so that when you flip your hoop you can align your center point